Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we'll see the Dreadnoughts superstar wide receiver. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Dreadnoughts and the Saints, and it's coming up next.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And leading the charge, their lefty QB.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 8 carries, 80 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He gets it complete to Jackson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Back to throw here. It's Jackson again on the reception. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. From the 8, they've got it first and goal. They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. And that sack brings up fourth and goal, a loss of 7. Big play.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on fourth and goal anyway, but the sack on third down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Fields it right around the goal line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
On second down now. It's Patton. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a third down and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Patton. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who's shaken up. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's McCormick. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards that time.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. Back to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patton. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Jackson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Patton. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. On 3rd down, Patton. And this time he is in. A great play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dreadnoughts are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
The try here for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And his throw is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, San Antonio in possession. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Patton. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Into a sea of defenders have intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Out of his hands quick to Jackson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. only because they saw some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well. But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we could capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On first down, it's Patton, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On second down, it's Patton. And this offense on third down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle they go. Patton. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now a throw here to his running back. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. Back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Back out comes San Antonio. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Patton, and he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll look to throw. Caught outright by Patton. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays, and it moves right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Dreadnoughts will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Now the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So this drive spans 7 plays. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll start right here in Florida. The New York Jets heading down the coast to take on Jacksonville. And it's the Jets who have the lead in the second quarter. The Jets seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Cougars locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Houston Texans. The Texans want to throw their hat in the ring as Super Bowl contenders as they up their mark to 8-4 on the year. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, on the other side, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Up the middle they go. Patton. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. It's caught by Jackson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
These are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third quarter and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 2nd and 3. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. First target, first catch, and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 61 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and he'll be brought down at the 27.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down right around the 25. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll set up to throw. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete. And his kick here is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. Well, certainly happy they were able to force the fumble, Charles, but wish they would have gotten in the end zone, only getting 3 points there and still facing this second-half deficit.
And they also will understand it's going to be a whole lot tougher to force another turnover the rest of the game, because that offense, they're going to be all about ball security from here on out.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Back out comes San Antonio. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the catch made, it's Patton. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Here's a 2nd and 7. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back now in San Antonio. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Patton. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 65 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's McCormick. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Dreadnoughts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. So that drives 7 plays in length. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Wide, and a loose football. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
They'll run on 1st down. Patton. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 3rd down, it's Patton. This is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Patton, 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his receiver left side. This is Patton. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. On 1st down, it's Patton, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dreadnoughts are going to be moving on to 12-0 as they extend their lead further. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 2nd and 4. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is going to have a Saints first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Patton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 113 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot. But now, it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for San Antonio, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.